Hello, I am Disciple Cameron of the Echelon Artifact Religion. Now, you might not understand this due to the Pidgin language taking over, but basically my religion is about worshipping ancient artifacts and for the knowledge they hold. This is one such artifact. It is called the Synapse. We believe high priests 1,000 years ago used it to worship their lords and dignities by whisking it through the air so their followers knew how to play rhythms to worship them greatly. Now, a large amount of feasting and indulgences was used during this music, some which you would call as drug hazes. The company went on, sometimes weekly to monthly basis, like straight gaps of just being intoxicated on various substances, so they could greater comprehend the abilities this staff bestowed on them. We believe this particular synapse belonged to a Morlord due to its sighting there. Now, of course, we can't replicate it today, which is why it's one of the only remaining artifacts from 1,000 years ago, other than a few video tunes of what we believe would be twerking, but still, those videos are horrendous. Now, it is actually remarkable since we had trouble replicating it today, and the condition is unhindering. See, it was separated by two pieces of wood. This was heated up to extreme temperatures. We still do not know how they got with such primitive technology, and it was used to burn this out so it would be a tight fit and very difficult to separate. Now, since we don't have wood like we used to, and we mainly rely on artificial generators for an oxygen, due to the United Spanish colonies refusing and slash and burning the furnaces, because they're petty, I guess, and oil spills. There's no more woods that was used to create this. But from what we can tell, they were actually separate guild classes of priests that were actually allowed to use this. They were called conductors, and lesser priests, musicians, had to follow their will. Basically, when the conductor whisked up and around, they had to follow what he wanted to do. This way, he wanted it to go higher, but he wanted them to lean into a more free-based pattern. But if he went right, for example, and upward, he wanted to come higher and follow his tempo, which would be like da 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 da. If he went low, he wanted you to stop. If he low and curved like this, he wanted you to go lower, but still staying in rhythm and the beat. Went like this, if we were just like, okay, everyone, we're done for the day. They're busting down the door, we got a piece. Like, that's pretty much from what we had one of the tunes. Pretty sure it was different back then, though. Now, what you can see with this sweater, we believe this is what the ceremonial robes were, because due to the patterns, we can tell they're very freedom and individualistic, with a large emphasis on good and evil, what they called heaven and hell, based on old religion tombs, called the Bible and the Quran, that they were actually quite driven by motivated by, if you do good, you're going to go to heaven for 72 virgins. If you, crush an ant, you're going to hell and burning for eternity. But that doesn't matter now. The synapse was actually remarkable for its day. The fact that he could actually create such an artifact with such interesting paint and coloring was baffling, because we thought they were still woo records and all that, but now we found that they actually can have advanced technology like this. It's baffling, since it's revolutionized our modern view of this society. Thank you. Please, go in my Lord's name. The synapse guide you. The ancients will protect you. Amen.